Would you like to learn what cryptocurrencies you can buy today have the potential to 50 to 1000x between now and the end of the next bull market? I am going to be ranking approximately 50 cryptocurrencies by their multiplier potential, from 5x to 1000x, from low risk to very, very high risk. My name's the Suppoman, your superhero of 100 to 1000x altcoins. I have found a lot of the great and the good cryptocurrencies before they made the massive multipliers, such as Solana, Hex, Cardano, Matic. And within my first 6 months in cryptocurrency, I turned $1,000 into $3 million. So if you love content like this, make sure that you smash a like on this video to encourage me to do more. Tap that like button and watch it animate in front of you. And also subscribe if you want to make sure you are seeing what are the crypto gems that I am finding in this bear market. As usual, nothing I say is to be construed as financial advice. Crypto is largely unregulated and high risk, and people who invest should be prepared to lose all their money. And everything I say to you in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. So I'm going to get straight into the action because I've got a lot of cryptocurrencies to cover. I am going to be covering not optimal buy prices if you were to buy from today's prices. Now, my personal opinion is that Bitcoin is going to exceed 100,000 in the next bull market, because the next bull market is going to be institutionally led and retail exacerbated. So institutions are going to be getting their clients into Bitcoin via ETFs. Retail are going to be acknowledging the money flow and are also going to be likely getting involved with Bitcoin because it's the #1 asset. So it would go between 5 and 10x, but I'm going to put it at 5x. Ethereum has never been deflationary in a bull market. This is going to be its first deflationary hype cycle. And just like Bitcoin, there are going to be Ethereum ETFs. So institutional money is going to go into Ethereum. Therefore, I think that Ethereum has got a solid chance of getting to around about $15,000 to $20,000. So I would say that there is 10x potential in Ethereum's price from today. Aptos is a new layer 1. It came out within the last year, and it's going to be going to the next bull cycle in its first hype cycle. Now, it's presently a 1 billion market cap and at 485. Now, I don't believe that Aptos would be included in an ETF because it's so new. The ecosystem hasn't really matured yet. I believe that this could go to around about $100. Which makes it around about a 20x. Should Aptos get down to around about $1, $1.50, which would be quite an ask, then it's got 50 to 100x potential. Moonbeam. You all know, if you watch this channel, I'm very excited about Moonbeam. Moonbeam is a multi-chain protocol. That means that if you're a dApp developer, you can create dApps for multiple blockchains, for Ethereum, for Polkadot, for Near, for Elrond, through Moonbeam, because Moonbeam connects to all these different chains. So that means app developers can receive way more revenue and way more customers by building for Moonbeam. So Moonbeam is presently 140 million market cap. It did get up to nearly 10 billion at its all-time high. So a 10x for Moonbeam would be 1.4 billion. A 100x for Moonbeam would be 14 billion. So I believe that Moonbeam is definitely a 50x from here, and potentially a 100x. So I'm going to put Moonbeam as a 50x. Now, the drawbacks for Moonbeam is that it's not the star of its show. Polkadot is the star of the show. As and when Polkadot achieves a narrative, I think Moonbeam is going to gain a lot more than Polkadot. Arbitrum. I've got mixed feelings about Arbitrum because Arbitrum is the 4th biggest blockchain by total value locked. And that is being in the position of going into its first hype cycle. Once 2025, 2026 comes along, which is where I believe that the top of the next cycle will be, Arbitrum will have essentially diluted by 8 times. I think that dilution is going to hold back Arbitrum at its current price. So at its current price, I would say Arbitrum was a 20x. Mina Protocol. Mina is the world's smallest blockchain at only 22 kilobytes, where a lot of blockchains are 150 gigabytes or more. So Mina is a novelty layer 1 blockchain that is focused on achieving decentralization more than anything else. Mina has got most of its circulating supply out. At its all-time high in market cap, this has gone to $1.72 billion. Even 10xing would take this to a new all-time high. So my personal prediction is I'm going to put Mina at its present price at 20x. Hopefully, Mina will go cheaper so we can get better multipliers out of it. Flocky is a meme coin based on Elon Musk's Shiba Inu. Flocky is going to be going into its second bull market. Now, in the last bull market, Shiba Inu got to $43 billion. So that gives you an understanding of the range that a meme coin can achieve. Now, presently, Flocky is 169 million. So 1.6 billion is a 10x, 16 billion is a 100x, and that would still make it 3x less than Shiba Inu was in the last cycle. My personal belief is that because it's in its second hype cycle, I think Flocky is more likely to achieve a 50x. Star Atlas is a AAA space game built on the Solana blockchain and was the original game on Solana. And this had so much hype at the time. It's going to be going into its second hype cycle. Why this has retraced so much, 99.5% down from its all-time high achieved in September 2021, is because they were involved in FTX, i.e. they had funds on FTX. So when FTX went down, they lost their funds and it gave them a shorter runway. And so people have anticipated they will not be able to last until the next bull market, let alone make it through the whole of the next bull market. I think Star Atlas is in the top 3 of best games in the crypto space right now. 1.3 billion would make this a 100x. If they are to survive and if they keep thriving and if this game makes it into the next bull market and is playable and is a good play to earn, this could easily shed those 2 zeros and be a 100x. So therefore, Star Atlas goes into the 100x club. High Street is one of the newer metaverses created. It's essentially a higher quality version, in my opinion, of Decentraland. And Decentraland managed to get to a $10 billion market cap in the last bull cycle. And where High Street is now is 56 million. If High Street was able to get to the same market cap as Decentraland, this would actually make it a 200x. So I believe that High Street could achieve a 50x to be on the safe side. And the reason I say this is because in the last bull cycle, there weren't many metaverses. Going into the next bull cycle, there are going to be more metaverses that High Street has to compare with. Algorand is a layer 1 that came out in the last bear market. And it is in a class of cryptocurrency known as ISO 20022 cryptocurrencies, which means it's bank friendly and does instant transfers. Now, Algorand, I think, is going to have its best bull market yet. And the reason why is because in the last bull market, it suffered from terrible inflation. Now, there's 80% of Algorand out, so it can't be as diluted as it was in the last bull market. Now, Algorand I see as a potential Solana competitor. And Solana reached $82 billion market cap in the last bull cycle. So from Algorand's current price, that would be a 100x. So to me, again, I think Algorand's got a superb opportunity to get up there and become $10 in the next bull market. So I am going to put Algorand, I should put them in 50x to be safe, but I'm going to put them in 100x because I really do think this will be the bull market for Algorand. Immutable X is a ZK rollup layer 2 for Ethereum that was designed for NFTs. So that means that it's gasless transactions for NFTs. So in the last bull cycle, if you minted Ethereum-based NFTs, it cost a fortune. So Immutable X solves the problem of high gas fees involved in NFTs. And NFTs are likely to come back because they are one of the best use cases in cryptocurrency. And you'll probably have video and music next time, not just collections and art. But at its current price, I believe that Immutable X is very highly valued already. So in my personal opinion, I think that Immutable X can achieve a 20x on its current price. If this goes to about 20 to 15 cents, then it's more a 50x, potentially a 100x if it really gets traction. Sai is a fast transaction layer 1 blockchain, so 20,000 transactions per second with an insanely cheap gas fee. It's very, very new, it's on all the major exchanges, but this is a layer 1 designed for DeFi. It is going to be purpose-built for more general use later. Solana hit an $80 billion valuation in the last bull market, but it had less competition as a high-performance blockchain. Now, if Sai was to achieve the same market cap, that would be a 400x. However, Sai has got inflation and it's got more competition. Sai, I would say, has a good chance of a 50x in the next cycle, particularly if it goes down to 4 to 5 cents. That increases its chance of a 50 to 100x. Hex. This is an insanely high-risk cryptocurrency. Why? Because the person that founded Hex is currently being investigated by the SEC, and we don't know if the SEC is going to make him close all of his projects or is going to stop him from operating in the crypto space. But Hex is very, very easy to understand DeFi. It's time-locked certificate of deposit. That means you stake your Hex for a time-locked period, and the longer you stake it, the higher the yield you get. So you're incentivized to hold it for a long time. Now, my personal prediction is that Hex is going to go down another maybe 2/3 from its current price. But from where it is right now, that makes it a $500 million market cap. And at its absolute highest, this got to $82 billion. So from its current market cap, it's actually 160x down. So Hex has the potential to go to 0, to go to 50x, to go to 100x or more. I'm going to put Hex in 50x simply because a lot of the reason people got into Hex last time was to get into Pulse Chain, to get into Pulse X. Is Richard Heart going to bring out incredibly insane projects that you need Hex for next time? I don't know, you can imagine so, but I'm going to say about 50x. Optimism is a layer 2 based on optimistic rollup technology, which is a competitor to ZK rollups. Now, there is going to be an upgrade to layer 2s, which is EIP 1448. That is going to drastically increase the performance of ZK rollup and optimistic rollup technology. Now, Coinbase's new blockchain was built off of Optimism. So that shows you this is a major player. And also, it's got the brand name. Optimism, optimistic rollups. Multiplier-wise, this is where it gets tricky. Because Optimism is a $1 billion market cap. And on its fully diluted, it's $5 billion. And a lot of that dilution is going to be happening between now and the end of the next bull market. So because of that inflation, I think it's going to hold back Optimism. So I would be looking for Optimism much cheaper, like about 40 cents, to make the massive multipliers. But based on where it is now, I would say Optimism could get to $20 to $25, which would make it around about a 20x. Fetch AI, our first AI play. I believe one of the main narratives of the next bull cycle will be AI. And something that we have experienced in previous bull markets is that the most original, the cryptocurrency with the longest history in the market that gets the biggest narrative actually becomes the Bitcoin or Ethereum of that particular class of cryptocurrency. Now for AI, the Bitcoin and Ethereum would likely be SingularityNet and Fetch AI. Fetch AI, which is an AI-based layer 1, is an outdated project compared to how modern AI is now and what it can do. I think that Fetch was a very, very good price when it was 6 cents. But now it is nearly 4 times that price. So I think it's pretty safe to assume that Fetch will do a 20x in the next bull run based on its current market cap. Akala. Like Moonbeam, this is a layer 1 blockchain built on Polkadot, and this is focused entirely on DeFi. So its main competitor is Injective Protocol. Injective Protocol is presently nearly 700 million in market cap. And Akala is basically 20x off of that. So it gives it a much better starting point for multipliers. DeFi is also going to be a narrative in the next bull market. And I think that Akala has got a very solid chance of 20 to 50x. And exacerbated by Polkadot. So if Polkadot gets included in an ETF in the next bull cycle, like Ethereum and Bitcoin, then this could dramatically improve the prices of Moonbeam and Akala. Theta Network is a DeSo project. These guys are looking to create the YouTube of cryptocurrency, and it's actually got the CEO of Twitch and the CEO of YouTube as the founding team. So that makes it very strong fundamentally. However, in my opinion, this is an insanely high market cap compared to the amount of volume. Now, this is largely because there has never been a DeSo narrative, and so none of the DeSo projects have really truly flourished. I would say that if a DeSo narrative happens, Theta would be considered the Bitcoin. Having said that, I can't really see Theta getting much more than $10 billion in the next bull market, even considering all of that. So as a result of that, I would say that Theta was a 20x. Render has recently exploded. At the beginning of the year, it was well outside the top 100. Now it's well inside the top 50. Now, Render is an AI play rendering of graphics. So it's got AI and sort of gaming metaverse as part of the narratives that can be used to pump it. But I think it's already too high a market cap. I think it's going to easily go to 6 billion, but I don't think it's going to go to 60 billion. So from my personal perspective, I would say that Render has a 20x chance. Multiverse X is a layer 1 blockchain that's high performance, high throughput, a lot like Solana, very, very cheap like Solana. Multiverse X was previously called Elrond, but had to change their name due to copyright reasons, something to do with Lord of the Rings. Now, Multiverse X is a big ecosystem. It's got a variety of different products related to it, such as X Money, which was previously Utrust, X Portal, Exchange. So there's a lot of ecosystem growth. Plus, Multiverse X is going to be deflationary, probably by the bull market that comes in 2030. So it's not going to be deflationary in the next bull market. When it was called Elrond, it did go to near $500, which from its current standpoint would be a 20x. Now, it's very, very rare for a cryptocurrency in its second bull cycle to do better than it did in the first hype cycle. So as a result of that, I don't see it really exceeding 490 in the next bull market. But if it stays around, when it becomes deflationary, this could become a powerful asset. But my personal opinion is this is going to 20x. Stratos is essentially the mini version of Internet Computer. So Internet Computer is looking to be a holistic blockchain, one that provides blockchains for financial transactions, storage, and computational power. And that is exactly what Stratos does, but a significantly lower market cap. Internet Computer is 1.3 billion in market cap, and Stratos is only 10 million. So if this was to even get to Internet Computer's current market cap, that would be a 1000x. Having said that, Internet Computer is less inflationary because most of its circulating supply is out, whereas for Stratos, only 20% of its circulating supply is out. So that dilution is going to work against its potential to get a 1000x multiplier. But I personally think decentralized storage is going to have a narrative in the next bull market. Also, I do think Internet Computer can perform quite well. I don't think Internet Computer has huge amounts of multipliers ahead of it. Whereas, if Internet Computer does go up, I think it can bring up the likes of Stratos and Arweave. But again, Arweave is a high market cap. So I would say that Stratos has got 50x potential from its current price. But I would be looking to get Stratos cheaper to really maximize that multiplier potential. Dogechain is a layer 2 infrastructure for the Dogecoin ecosystem. So Dogecoin is a currency. You can't build dApps on it. But Dogechain allows for Dogecoin to have an ecosystem. So you can have Doge-related dApps being created on Dogechain. So Dogechain provides utility to Dogecoin. Whenever Dogecoin does well, anytime Elon Musk talks about it, includes it as the logo for X or Twitter, then Dogechain does even better than Dogecoin. Now, if Dogecoin has a very good narrative next time, which I imagine will happen because Elon Musk is planning to introduce micropayments, crypto micropayments on X, that's going to make Dogecoin pump. Dogechain, as a result, could easily, absolutely rocket ship into the stratosphere if Dogecoin has a very similar trajectory to what it had in the last bull market. And Dogechain is a mere 10 million in market cap. And knowing how well meme coins perform, I would say that Dogecoin has got a 100x potential, simply because of its strong ties with the Bitcoin of meme coins, its very, very low market cap, the team behind it, Cardano. Once upon a time, when I first covered Cardano, when Cardano was 1.9 cents, I believed this could be the Ethereum killer, the actual Ethereum killer. Not just badged as an Ethereum killer, but the one that actually usurps Ethereum. And in my personal opinion, I still think that it could. Now, Cardano has arguably one of the biggest cult communities in cryptocurrency outside of XRP. And I believe that Cardano is going to get into the double figures in the next bull market. I believe that this could actually hit $12 at a maximum. And that makes it a 50x. So that's where I'm going to put it. Gala Games is a games development cryptocurrency. They develop a whole suite of games. That means that it doesn't have a single title as a single point of failure. Because if you just got one game and that game fails, that project's done. But with Gala, they've got a multitude of different games and licensed games. For instance, The Walking Dead is one of the games in Gala's arcade. Now, Gala, in the last bull market, when it went up to nearly $1, Gala was just games. Now it's Gala Music and Gala Film. So they've become a media company. Now, they have received some FUD. There was a hack of Gala, and the founders are currently suing each other. And this has really brought down investor confidence in Gala to the extent that it essentially retraced about 60x its price and is presently 98% down, which I believe that anybody that was in cryptocurrency in the last bull market would never have seen happening. Now, I personally thought that Gala would get down to 1.5 cents. So I think that Gala is going to go down lower. It's probably going to add a 0 here and a 9 there, which means that I believe that Gala has got the potential to be a 100x next time. I know it doesn't sound feasible, but in my personal opinion, with the right circumstances, this could go to a 100x. ApeCoin. This is an interesting one. ApeCoin is rumored to be the coin of the Metaverse, i.e. the one that's going to be used in the cryptocurrency Metaverse landscape as like the Bitcoin, right? So ApeCoin came out, exploded to $30, and only in the last week has gone to its all-time low. It says its all-time low here was $1. It's actually gone to 99 cents in the last week, which means that just to get to its old all-time high, which was achieved during a bear market, March 17th, 2022, this means it is going into its first hype cycle. ApeCoin has never been around during a bull market, an NFT season, a Metaverse season, so this could be achieving one of the greatest gains of all. So I am going to say that ApeCoin will achieve a 50x from its current price. Axelar is a new cryptocurrency. It's never seen a hype cycle, and it's a layer 1 cross-chain protocol. Essentially, it enables for blockchains to communicate with each other. So it currently connects 45 plus blockchains, and it's had $2 billion in terms of transactions. So Axelar is going to be really important in enabling smart contract calls to be performed across chains and different DeFi and financial transactions to be able to happen across chains. So this, like Moonbeam, is a revolutionary technology that gets rid of this siloed environment where you've got individual blockchains and individual ecosystems. Axelar and Moonbeam kind of bring them together. They're very similar in terms of price. And as you can see here, the volume's very, very high for Axelar. So to me, Axelar, similar to Moonbeam, could have an explosive next bull market. So I'm going to put Axelar in 50x. Avalanche, like Solana, like Terra Luna, was one of the big multipliers of the last bull cycle, going from $3 all the way up to $150. Now it's come down to $9. So it's essentially lost 15x its multiplier. It has essentially retraced down to near where it was before the last bull market in 2020. And where it got to last time was only at the beginnings of its ecosystem. It was only just starting to bring out games, DeFi, it brought out Wonderland, and Wonderland was the DeFi protocol that actually brought a lot of volume to it in the latter stages of 2021 stroke early 2022. So it was only just getting going. Next time, I believe Avalanche is going to have a bigger ecosystem, bigger actual utility of the network. So I believe that Avalanche, like Cardano in the last bull market, because Cardano has been around in 2 bull markets, but it performed better in its second bull market. And I believe Avalanche has got that potential also. So I think that Avalanche is a safe 20x. Casper! This is going to be a very interesting one. Casper is a proof of work layer 1 that utilizes block DAG, essentially a hybrid of blockchain and the DAG infrastructure. When the DAG infrastructure is very lightweight, very agile layer 1 blockchain. And this is why Casper has exploded, because essentially it is an improvement on Hashgraph, which is a DAG infrastructure. So essentially it's got the agility of a DAG, but it's got the security of blocks. So as a result of that, that's why Casper is super hyped. But it's just off being a $1 billion market cap. So in my personal opinion, I think Casper has got the potential to 20x from where it is right now. In my opinion, Casper has had the lion's share of its gains. It's already made a 200x in this bear market. So it's not got much more that it can multiply in my personal opinion. So to me, I think that Casper, unless it retraces a lot, has 20x potential. Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity is essentially the Bitcoin of blockchain gaming. Why? Because this was the mega game of the last bull cycle. Why? Because it was super easy to play. And that's why lots of people from impoverished countries actually played Axie Infinity and made an income. Now, because of its simplicity, because people are used to it, when a bull market comes back, I believe those same players will probably flood back to Axie Infinity. Now, Axie did get close to $200 in the last bull market. So it has essentially lost 50x of its gains. Now, in the next bull market, there's going to be competition. They're going to have Illuvium, they're going to have Star Atlas, they're going to have big time games, they're going to have games for a living. There's way more games and gaming ecosystems in crypto than there was in 2021. And as a result of that, I think it's going to find it difficult to exceed its previous all-time high, which is about 50x from here. If you go into Axie Infinity at $2, then you'd more than likely get a 50x again. Where it presently is, it's between 20x and 50x. I would say, to be on the safe side, Axie Infinity, I would put as a 20x. Zen is a simplistic DeFi protocol that's going to be going into the next bull market as its first hype cycle. So, it's never had a bull market before, and as far as I'm concerned, this is the closest cryptocurrency to Hex, where you just simply buy the coin and you stake it. Now, what performed the absolute best in the last bull market from bottom to top was actually Hex, with a near 2000x multiplier. And because Zen is very much like Hex, i.e. it was a low market cap, it had lots of zeros in the price, so it makes it a very good psychological price for people, because if they spend $100, they get millions of Zen. And that makes people think, oh, if this only goes up to $1, I'll become a multi-millionaire. So like with meme coins, it's just got that appeal. And it's simplistic DeFi, and DeFi, I imagine, will have a narrative. Now, only months ago did Zen actually go up to 509. It's presently on 603, so it's 30x from that local high. I think it's going to go down a lot more because it's an inflationary cryptocurrency. Every time somebody mints it, it creates more circulation. And that is why it keeps going down. It's why it's gone down dramatically, even from this local high, which was 404. And it's complete all-time high, which is 368. I don't think we're ever going to see anything approaching $1 for Zen, ever. But the person that created Zen was Google's 21st employee. He saw Google go from David to Goliath, basically. So he saw that game theory live. And I believe he's applying that to Zen, because all you need to do to get involved in Zen is just mint it. You just go to the website, you just mint it, you can mint it on a variety of blockchains, and you essentially just hoard it. And that's what a lot of people did with Hex. They just got some in an initial airdrop, and they bought more, and then as a result of that, they became millionaires in Hex. Now, I'm not necessarily saying Zen will do a Hex, but Zen and its community very much looks like Hex's community back in the early days, and nobody liked Hex in the early days, just like nobody really liked Zen. So Zen, to me, is the first that has got that potential to 1000x. Do I think it's going to 1000x from its current price? Possibly not, because I think it's going to inflate down to a much lower price, And from the point that the pivot is made into a bull market, then there is the potential from that price for this to 1000x. Based on its current price, I would actually say that 50 to 100x is achievable. I'd probably put it in the 100x category. ChainGPT is a degen AI play. It's degen because its market cap is a mere 6 million, but its volume is 2 million. So its volume is doing nearly 3 times better than its market cap. That shows there is demand. That shows people are buying it, people are speculating on it, and AI is super, super strong. Now, this is going to be going into the next bull market as its first hype cycle. And the first hype cycle is always the best. The best gainers in the last bull market were the first hype cycles. Cryptocurrencies that had never been in a bull market before went into a new bull market and just exploded. And I think that ChainGPT has got similar potential. This went up to a high of 27 cents. It has come down nearly 9x from there. And ChainGPT is essentially ChatGPT for blockchain. So it enables you to create AI-based smart contracts, AI-based NFTs. So you give it a prompt, you say what you want it to create, it creates it. It also generates AI to read graphs, to read news, so that it can predict the sentiment moving forward. So I like what they're trying to achieve. As I said, it's a degen play. So as a result of that, I do think that ChainGPT hasn't got very much to actually make a 100x. If it goes to 6 billion, it's 100x. It's one of the new wave of AI plays in crypto. That means it's more up to date with what AI is achieving right now with ChatGPT. So as a result of that, ChainGPT has got the potential to do a 50x. I would say 100x, but I'll say 50x to be on the safe side, mainly because it's got a lot of dilution ahead of it. Because if we have a look, it is actually $38 million in fully diluted value. But that's not going to be released in one cycle. So that doesn't necessarily mean that this is essentially this should be 6 times the market cap. So I do think that ChainGPT has a chance to 50x. Chainlink, one of the big giants in cryptocurrency. I brought this to people at 45 cents back in 2017. I said this was going to be a big hit. In 2020, this became one of my slam dunk cryptocurrencies at under $3. And then it exploded to over $50. This made a terrific multiplier in the last bull market. Next time, I believe Chainlink is just going to go from strength to strength. It keeps evolving as a product. It's ring-fenced the entire industry to use it as the oracle for price data and data off-chain. So Chainlink is a blue chip. And I would say Chainlink has got a very strong chance of being included in an ETF because it essentially covers DeFi, real-world assets. So it's a strong play for future narratives. So as far as I'm concerned, at its current price of $7, I would say this could go up to around about $150, maybe even $200. In which case, that makes Chainlink, I would say, a safe-ish 20x. But there's always risk in cryptocurrency. So I have covered 30 cryptocurrencies for their multiplier potential. I had no idea it would take this long to get through half of the list. So I'm going to make a part 2. If you want me to add cryptocurrencies that aren't already in here, that should be respected by me as a cryptocurrency that deserves a price prediction, let me know in the comments. I'd be very keen to hear. I also want to know, what do you think? Do you agree with where I have ranked cryptocurrencies for its current price to where it's going to go in the next bull market? And what do you think can actually go in the 1000x column? Till next time, people, I've been the Suppoman. You've been amazing. It is lights out, all out.